Hello!
Hi guys.
Hello.
How are we doing?
How are you? How's things going?
How's the week been, guys?
Action packed.
Yeah. And we've kind of been missing for a week. Sorry, in between. Hassan had another dip in his health.
Nah, not really. I think it's just we're not recording as regularly because it is Ramadan. It's still so we're obviously I've been ill, but Summer's been fasting, so we've just had a lot of stuff go on. So we haven't been recording as regularly, but we're trying to stay committed and consistent.
Yeah, guys, we're just checking in, obviously.
Of course.
But yeah, we're just busy. Ramadan routines are always Ramadan's always just such a busy time, honestly, because you're fasting, you're praying, you're going for Tarawih prayers in the evening. So yeah, it's just been.
And then on top of that, Summer's
busy.
training.
And I'm training.
Like I said, I've been ill, but
anyway, we're here. Anyway,
better.
Enough about that. Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Hassan. This is my amazing wife, Summer, and you're tuning in to the Summer Loving Podcast. Woo!
Woo, 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 woo.
Okay.
So,
where are we starting today?
Okay, guys, hot off the press. It's been doing the rounds on socials for actually, I want to say like a week now. But we're going to start with a bit of pop culture.
Okay.
Timothy T.
Yes. Timothy Chalamet.
He's in a bit of trouble, actually. Well, actually in a lot of trouble.
Why?
People are actually saying fall from Oscar grace or fall from Oscar
He hasn't won an Oscar yet, no?
No, but obviously he's trying to be on the trajectory because he said he wants to be one of the greats. However, what I would like to know is, would one of the greats tell Matthew McConaughey in an interview that he doesn't want to be invested in or spending his time on art forms that are dying, like opera and ballet? Big trouble.
Yeah, but
right, okay, so basically he said that in an interview.
So basically in an interview he has basically said he's not interested in dying art forms, and the two that he gave as an example was opera and ballet.
Yeah.
No offense, right?
You gotta be really careful.
No. I this is my opinion. I'm allowed to have my own opinion, and that's his opinion, and he's allowed to have it. Might be a wrong opinion, but that's fine. What I was gonna say is,
oh no, he said he's not interested in dying art forms that no one cares about.
Okay,
ballet and opera. Okay. That's actually what the problem has been. So basically he said that in an interview with Matthew McConaughey. I actually haven't watched the full interview. I've just seen that, and then obviously TikTok has just like erupted with dancers and opera singers, specifically obviously ballet dancers, but then also most recently the Royal Opera and Ballet Society in
what country?
In British.
Oh, okay.
Posted on their own TikTok, well actually we care, and then obviously clips of like all their dancers and all their performers and all of their opera performances. And
maybe he was playing 4D chess.
Yeah, maybe he was, but it's
not
good.
Let me explain. Maybe he said this outlandish statement, right, so that all of these ballet and opera baddies band together and showcase all of their work and show to all the millions of people what they are missing. It's a possibility.
You don't have to play devil's advocate for Timmy.
No, I'll be honest with you. No, look, I thought you said that he's got no interest in those. I didn't know he said that nobody cares about. That's wrong, because obviously everything has its own.
Everyone has their own niche.
Group of people like follow it, and like fair. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into.
Also, everything has its boom. That's basically like saying
if you are
like no one cared about chess until like let's say like a year ago.
Yeah, probably no one did. No one cared about chess until the Queen's Gambit.
No, but it's wrong to say that no one cared about it, because people would.
No, of course, no. I know, but people. I know. There's always people that care about it. Whatever. But the Queen's Gambit was definitely something at that time that boomed it. Boomed chess.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? No one. It wasn't like a common thing where everyone was playing it. I mean, even to be honest, it's having a bit of a moment at the moment, right? But what I was gonna say is, the thing is, firstly, it would be so funny if he was playing 4D chess and like he just wanted everyone to know about ballet and opera, and by him slamming it has then got all of the people to like fight for it, and now it's got a bit of it, it's in the limelight. What I would say is ballet is elite. It's elite, right? So in that instance, I would argue and say, yeah, mate, you're wrong, because if you are really trying to master the arts, like something like ballet is absolutely incredible.
Ballet's also ballet's also the foundation for many
right?
So many dance forms. I mean, obviously not like hip hop or street or Latin, but you know, like
Well, hold on. We've had some dance movies where they've incorporated ballet into the streets. You know what I'm saying? But wait, 1 second. But what I was gonna say is, yes, very good, very valued. It is incredible, so impressive. Like, I think ballet is so impressive. However, opera.
But opera, do you know what it is?
Come
opera,
on.
Yeah, but opera in countries.
If you are trying to be a global superstar actor, do you really need to know opera? Do you need to study it? No. Granted, the only thing I will say...
Some people would definitely beg to differ there, by the way.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Look, I think if I went to the opera, I think there's a chance I'd be impressed. Right? Because I think there is, even though I wouldn't understand a word of what's being said, right? Because a lot of it's in like Italian and other languages.
Yeah.
Right? Granted, I won't understand, but I think there will be an element where I will be impressed. Okay? So it's not about being impressed or not impressed. I just don't think, is it really valuable? Like, if you're trying to be a big movie star, does it really matter if you know anything about the opera?
Yeah,
but
does it matter? Yeah, but does it? But that's just like saying, I don't know. I just don't. I think
that's like saying, yeah, I want to be a computer science person, so I'm gonna go and learn how to do, I don't know, English literature.
Maybe you'll need it.
Pardon?
Maybe you'll need it.
No.
When you're trying to get a break from coding, you might want to go and read Pride and Prejudice. You never know.
No, that's different.
But I just
think
what
I'm saying. So I'm saying for him, if he's bashing people that support it, that's not very nice.
Yeah, I think, do you know what it is? I think it was just one of those things where he's obviously just come off whatever. He's got his own opinion. Whether he meant to say it, whether he didn't. It didn't sound like it had engineered that thought, by the way. But I think... Yeah, I mean, the outrage is valid. I'm really glad everyone's banded together, and I'm glad that everyone's, that then if it does have its moment as a result of that, then yeah, fine and fair. But I do think, it's not cool to put down anyone's hobby. And
what did he say? What was he saying? He said that I'm not interested in art forms that no one cares about.
Or I don't want to be involved with art forms no one cares about. So yeah, but actually people do care about it. So
yeah, I don't know why he said that, because like I said, I don't know, because but the thing is, I just
to you.
That's a really random one to say. I don't. Thing is, it's fine if he doesn't care, but why is he described it as no one cares about? He's obviously, that's basically, he's looking at it in terms of a money thing, right? So he's probably thinking there's no money in ballet, there's no money in the opera, so why would I be interested?
Also, how would he know?
He knows. Come on.
How would he know?
He'll know. Listen, they will have that intel, right? And whether what shows are doing well, what shows aren't doing well.
Maybe not. But anyway, that's the start. That's my gossip that I've got to bring to you.
Okay, so I've got some other gossip.
Yeah, what is it?
Obviously we got a man like Harry Styles.
Oh yeah.
He's obviously going on tour.
Mm-hmm. He's started touring.
Has he started already?
Yeah.
Okay, but apparently, this is what I've heard. In Manchester, his Manchester show, they're going to ban phones.
Oh, no, they have. But...
So, what they're going to do is...
No, I've seen
they're going to put them in... people still made videos. Yeah. That's so peak.
No, do you know what it is? Basically, so they
had to put it in a case, right?
Yeah,
and it's locked.
Yeah, no, they had to put it in a bag, I think. So then like it would block...
seal.
Yeah, it blocks the back camera, but it didn't block the front. So I think people have... Just recorded it and turned it around. Yeah, because...
Also, if you had two phones, how would they know?
Because Lydia didn't go, like Chintzia didn't go, but her sister Lydia went, and Lydia was posting videos.
Okay, so what is your view? Because also another... We're obviously the point that I'm talking about is phones at venues. At concerts. The one thing that I want to say as well, another thing is obviously one of my friends went to a concert a couple months ago, and he was stood in like a sick position. And
I think we were talking about this. Yeah.
I've seen a video of his, and honestly, he's taken one video, and honestly, it's mental. 90% of the crowd in front of him all had their phones out recording, and I think it's quite common now, right? Like, I think there's loads of circumstances. There was actually something else in sport. I can't remember. I want to say F1, but I don't think it was F1, where something was like absolutely incredible was taking place, and you just look at the crowd and every single person's got their phone out to record it, right? And basically in his video, so my friend's video, there's like I was like, raw. I said to him, I messaged him, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, just out of curiosity, because I think at the time I was talking to someone about recording at venues and stuff. I was like, did you record loads? And I was like, because I'm pretty sure like you're kind of like me, you'll record a few snippets and then just enjoy the show. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, I just done a few snippets. But he goes, you won't believe this. The girl behind him was telling him that he should move back if he's not recording.
What?
Yeah. So she was like, oh, are you not going to record? And he was like really confused. He was like, nah, I'm here to enjoy the show. And then she was basically like, oh, well, can you move out and go like behind me? Let me come forward because I want to record.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And it's one of those, it's not like a seated venue. It's like everyone's standing, if that makes sense. And like, I was just like insane. Like, I can understand if you're like short and you want to go forward because you want to have a better view or you want to enjoy the vibe more. But like, you're like complaining that someone's not recording, and then you're like, move because I want to record.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Should like, because obviously if you're saying that with the Harry Styles thing, that it didn't even work and people were still able to record, maybe because they would be able to record less, there was like a positive impact on it.
I was gonna say, do you know what I think? I think because to be honest, I didn't actually see like why specifically, because obviously the fans would have been sent like a notice, and knowing Harry, he would have put some sort of note to say that it's from him. It wouldn't be like just Ticketmaster's rules or whatever.
It's never going to be a Ticketmaster's
but also
rule.
There are some artists, like I know Florence and the Machine, like Florence specifically hates people having their phone out, and I think I've seen videos of people recording her and they're like in the standing and you can see her face, like she turns around and she's fuming that person's recording. And I think it's just because I do think that it is difficult, because I get it, obviously you want to record for your memories and stuff, but like, I mean, I don't know, because I do actually watch concert videos back a lot. I actually watch them back a lot. Yeah, I'm really nostalgic, so I'll watch them back a lot.
Oh my
God.
I
think for a lot of people, you'll take those videos and you actually are like, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see it again. But I just don't see the point in recording the whole thing, because like, why are you doing that? But I think artists, saying, or like what Harry's done, I think that's like a step in the right direction. I do think it's because like artists in general are probably just thinking, you're paying all of that money to see them live. Like you could watch a YouTube stream of a concert. Someone will be filming it from somewhere. You could just watch it.
This is what I was gonna say, right? Because there's two things. For me, this is what I normally do, right? Songs that I like or like I'm in love with, I'll get a 5-second clip of it, and then sing enjoy it, and just enjoy the time, enjoy my time. Like the rest, but the thing is, it's like I just don't understand it, because like really and truly, seeing someone live is so much more different than seeing it on TV.
Well,
and like, there's gonna be, realistically, if you wanted to watch this person through a screen, watch it on a YouTube video.
Yeah, no,
right?
I think
watch their music video. Watch the music video.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's not. I don't even.
It's not the same. It's obvious. It is.
Also, the other thing. Should I tell you the other thing as well?
With
the other thing that ruins videos, right? And that's
people singing over the top.
You can't hear them. You can only hear yourself.
It's not even that. Oh my God.
You can only hear yourself.
There's actually nothing worse than you taking a video and it's your favorite bit of the song and it's only like 15 seconds. That's the only video you've taken, and then like I've heard myself singing over the top, and I've just thought, oh my God.
No.
Why am I yelling over the top of like the Weeknd song that I'm obsessed with, that I've wanted to see live for like ages. I think I've done it at I did it at Chance the Rapper.
And also, but the thing is, another thing as well.
They are concerts sometimes you're never going to go to again.
It's really interesting because I think there is obviously, I get the memory side of it. 100%, right? But you're not, so I guess you're probably not actually listening to that video to listen to them or to see them. You're listening to that video to be like, oh my God, I was there. But you don't need to record all of it to have that.
Yeah, no.
Does that make sense? Because I'll be honest, I think when I was like younger, right? And it would be interesting to see if this is an age thing, right? But even then, I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure I've seen old people like do the same. But what I was going to say, when I was younger, I remember 2 artists I distinctly remember. I know I've got a lot of videos from that show. One is Bryson Tiller and one is Tion Wayne, right?
Oh, right, okay.
And I know I've got a lot, but the thing is, I can probably count on my hands the amount of times I've actually watched that footage, right? And also, again, it wasn't a thing where it's bursts. It's a lot of bursts. That makes sense. So it's not like like also, the whole song.
But also, I don't think there are a lot of people who do record the whole song. Like, that girl was definitely a one-off, but I do think one thing that, and I've been saying this quite a while, but I do think live entertainment, like now, we live in like such like an AI-centered world, and also
online, digital.
and also just digitized world where you can just watch things on repeat again and again and again. Like, you could watch your favorite YouTube video again and again and again, like so many times. And I think there aren't that many, even like your favorite shows are just recorded, or you could watch a recap. Like live entertainment, that moment and that period of time, you're not going to get that back.
The other thing as well, the other thing that,
and also you paid money for that.
The
experience,
other one that I
so
can't relate. The other one
present.
that I can't relate to is sports as well. I can't understand people who record like so much at football games, because they literally have live. Like, I can go.
Oh yeah, you can.
I can go
you can
to
watch
the
the
Emirates
highlights
and come home and watch the highlights on the thing. I don't need
yeah.
to. The only time that I record realistically at games, right, is at full time. Because obviously, like, say
then everyone's celebrating.
If we've battered a big team and we've won, and then everyone's chanting, everyone's like excited, and do you know what I mean? And like, so for me, like, it just doesn't. It doesn't you can record a few snippets of that because that's a good memory to have, but realistically, like, there's some games where I can remember the goals and I can remember the games, but even if I really wanted to, I could just go and search up Arsenal versus this team in this year, I'll find it. And I'll be like, yeah, I was there when that happened. Like,
so what's your favorite? So if like I was to ask you then, so what's your favorite live event that you think you've ever been to, or like what's your most
ever,
or like etched in your memory? Because you know, like, you will see so many people live. I mean, it doesn't, because for you it's probably football. I mean, I've only ever been to one game.
I think, so to be honest, I think an Arsenal North London derby is like Arsenal versus Tottenham. Those games are, in terms of atmosphere, if you're talking about sport, that's up there for me. Yeah. And then I think, but the thing is, I've got like moments in sport which have really like stuck. Yeah. So, for example, I remember the first ever game I went to at the Emirates Stadium. We played against Stoke.
How old were you?
18, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we played against Stoke, and I'm pretty sure I think we won. And it was like, we signed Ozil. So that was like a really like big
time.
Thing. Yeah. So I remember that. I remember atmosphere. I remember my first North London derby. It was 2-0. I believe it was FA Cup. I'm not 100% sure, but we won 2-0. I was sat at the halfway line, up a tier, and I remember Rosicki scored an absolute banger. And I also remember it because basically Theo Walker got injured, and it was like a really bad injury. Okay. And he was on the stretcher, getting stretchered off past the Tottenham fans, and he was going 2-0.
Oh my God.
Which was so peak, because then I think he was out for like 2 years. So everyone was like, he was telling us how long he was out for. Yeah, it was something. He had a really bad injury, but he was so funny because even though he was really badly injured, he was still mugging off the Tottenham fans.
Sassing it, yeah.
So that's obviously one. And then another like kind of like crazy memory I have is, obviously I've told you this loads of times, but when I was at uni, I went to watch a Leicester game, and this was back when Leicester were in the Championship. I mean, they're in the Championship now, but this was before they even had their
This
was before they had their Premier League sort of era. But they were in the Championship, and I went to watch them, and it was 0-0, and in the last minute their goalkeeper scored from a corner, and it was like unreal. The atmosphere after that was insane. So I think even and also like Arsenal beat Real Madrid. Like I think I've had loads of incredible footballing ones. I was even there when we beat Bournemouth and we scored in the last minute, and that was like insane because we needed to win that to stay in the title race. So I've had some really, really like special, crazy, insane moments. But I think in terms of the best live event, like there's so much, because I've been to the Olympics. I've been into the Olympics. I've been to the Paralympics in London. Insane. When I think, is it David Weir? He won gold, and I was there. I witnessed that. That was insane.
Yeah, that
amazing. Was insane. Like the atmosphere in that stadium was crazy.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. I'm really lucky. I mean, even Wireless, like Post Malone live was incredible. Drake when what's his name? Giggs brought Drake out at the end of Wireless. That was insane. So I think I've been lucky. I've seen a lot. I mean, even the weekend was sick when we went.
Yeah, the weekend at Wembley Stadium, because it's made
Taylor Swift.
It's made me want to see him again. Yeah, Taylor Swift's show is incredible.
Taylor Swift. Do you know what the thing is with Taylor Swift, right? I'm not even gonna front. I'm not madly in love with her music. I'm not mad. Like some of her songs are good. They're good fun. But I was genuinely just impressed with how like her performance, and not only that, the duration of her performance. Like it's like 3 hours or something.
Yeah. Her show was long, big.
What about you? What would you say your number one? Beyonce.
Yeah, I think we've already spoken about that, and obviously my happy tears. I think other than that, like one, I do actually think probably for me it probably was like Drake back in like 2015 maybe.
Yeah.
I think I was still at uni. I think we've spoken about this as well before, because it was back when The Weeknd was like his support, and there was like no one there for The Weeknd, and it was when he'd like released his trilogy album, so he was like singing for that, and then he'd released like Wanderlust, so then he was singing songs from that album. I think it was called Wanderlust, and and the arena was like just starting to fill up. It was the O2, and it's like, want to say like 3/4 empty. And he was obviously performing, and it was a tiny stage.
Yeah, but that's what happens though, right?
And now obviously he sells out stadiums. But I remember thinking, because at that time I was a massive The Weeknd fan, and loads of The Weeknd's music was on Tumblr at the time. So like Tumblr and SoundCloud. So I was a Tumblr kid.
Yeah.
I was a blogger, guys. And so for me, like seeing him, I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And then seeing Drake, which it was just literally insane. And that was back then. And even, I mean, I saw him at Wireless, at Wireless the same year.
Actually, should I tell you,
knowing, guys.
Should I tell you another thing? I mean, I think I've told you this before, but one of the funny, like if we're talking about live events and live moments, which are really funny, I was at the Drake show where Travis Scott fell in the stage.
No, really?
Yeah, so at the O2, I don't know what the name of the tour was, but basically he had this big balloon moon kind of thing that shot up. So you had the main stage against like obviously one side, and obviously they have the little runway, and then in the middle of the runway they had this big circle.
Yeah.
But like basically inside this circle, this big moon kind of blew up, so it was like an inflatable. Obviously when that wasn't there, it was just a hole, right? And he had Travis.
That is,
Travis,
so scary.
He pulled out obviously Travis Scott and Young Thug, which was absolutely insane. And then basically Travis, being Travis, was running down the middle, bouncing, and he just went down. Bang. But I don't think he was singing at the time. I don't know if he was singing. I don't think he was singing when that happened.
If he was,
because obviously the auto-tune and everything.
I don't know what you would have heard.
But he fell in, and then obviously everyone just went silent and whatever. But that was like insane, because everyone was like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" Because like everyone was so confused. But obviously he was just like thinking, and those stages are high as well, right?
The thing is, it would be so scary.
He damaged the balloon though, because we didn't see the inflatable.
Oh, so that was the end of that.
That was the end of that. I mean, Drake refunded the tickets, so
over the balloon.
Yeah. Because he literally he was like, because we had a huge delay.
Oh,
so obviously
right.
Travis like was fine. They pulled him out, carried on with the show, and then when it was the section for the balloon, I'm assuming went down to change or went down, and then obviously the balloon's meant to come out, but because it wasn't working, there was like a delay of like 10-15 minutes, and obviously everyone sat there.
Okay.
And I don't know if people left to thinking, oh yeah, it's over now. And then obviously he came back and then he performed, and then he was like, oh, like you guys have been like the best crowd ever. And he goes, I'm really sorry for all the delays. Like this is not how this show was meant to be performed. So I'm gonna refund all your tickets. So you just went home and called up Ticketmaster. They're like, yeah, here, refund. Okay, so talking about music, live shows, digital era. This was a topic on another podcast.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to know what your opinion is. Okay. Now, what was this it was actually, Toby from the Sidemen. It was his podcast.
Right, okay.
Basically, he said if Michael Jackson had his career now, he wouldn't be as big.
Why?
What was his reasoning for that opinion? He also got cooked for that opinion, by the way. But his thing was, back in the day, it was whatever was played on radio. So if you had your plug or you had your way like through
to the
radio, you were going to be played all the time. Whereas nowadays there's much more competition, there's much more ways to like put your music out there. It's not just what's on radio.
No, I don't agree.
Why?
I don't agree because what I would say is, yeah, definitely right now the music industry is basically fueled by social media, right? And we've kind of said like if you don't have a TikTok song, like we know that a lot of like musicians are making their songs for TikTok, right? But there are still artists who are like so talented and they are cutting through, and I actually think a really good example of that is Olivia Dean. Olivia Dean is incredible.
Isn't a lot of her songs TikTok songs? I don't know much about Olivia Dean. Okay, sorry, but isn't a lot of her songs on TikTok?
Her songs are on TikTok, but I don't think she makes them for that purpose.
Oh, I think if a lot of her songs do well on TikTok, I would be so surprised if that's not been somewhat.
No, I don't think it has. You're going to get cooked for this opinion, by the way.
No.
You're going to get cooked for this because she's an incredible musician.
No, I'm not.
An incredible musician, incredible artist, but she hasn't made her songs.
No one is saying
socials.
No. No one is saying X person is not an incredible musician. Olivia Dean, all of these people, incredible musicians, right? Even like people like
Multi-Grammy.
No, these people. Okay, being an incredible musician and being able to make a song that works on TikTok it can be the same thing.
No, I know.
It's not like if you make songs good for TikTok, you're a rubbish musician.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you're saying that there's a lot more competition, but a lot of that competition is coming from being played on socials and whatever. But you will have like people who are still. Their songs blow on TikTok, but some of them they are still like one-hit wonder type things.
It's not necessarily if it blows, there's more competition. That's not necessarily what it is. It's just like, in terms of getting your music out there, just being played on radio isn't enough. Like, you need to have there's a lot more scope. Like, people don't just hear about music from the radio or what's on Top of the Pops or what's on MTV.
No, definitely,
right? Which was what it was back in the day. Whereas now it's like people will hear music on TikTok, people will hear music on Instagram, YouTube, this, that, the other. Like, there's so many different places. So would it translate as well? Would it work as well? Again, like I said, there is a lot of competition. So
there is. I think no. Yeah, I still think he's wrong.
The reason, my opinion on it, my actual opinion on it, is I do think Michael Jackson would still smash it in this day and age. The reason why is I think his songs would do well on TikTok.
Yeah. No, I mean, first of all, I think they would. I think also he has so many bangers. I just don't think that don't think that they wouldn't get played. But the other thing that I was going to say was like, yeah, fine.
I think people would.
Hang on. Everything is so digitized, yes. But you know that there are certain artists who will just keep blowing because, for example, they're really good.
Yeah,
live.
like their old songs would come back.
They're really good live, and everyone said like Michael Jackson as a performer was insane and incredible and like a once in a lifetime experience. People would faint when they saw him. Before he'd even. That's linked to the crazy. Sorry, no, 1 second. Someone fainting because they've seen Michael Jackson is nothing to do with. I'm sorry, like that's that person's issue. Nothing to do with Okay, but what I'm saying is but if he's an incredible performer, even that could like feed into fandom, which then could make him bigger on socials, which then would feed his popularity.
You've got to get you've got to get to that
status.
The thing is, I think it's really, the thing is, like I said, my opinion is he would do well in this day and age, right? And the reason is that like if you're looking at it on his current music library, right? So you're looking at his current songs that he has. Obviously, no. It's not about it being unreal. It's about you can make content with it. You could make content. Beat It. You can make loads of content with that. You could do like Thriller, like Billie Jean, like all these. You know what I mean? All of these kind of songs. And let's say even if and also a lot of his songs he'd done all of this production with. So he would do that now. Yeah. Right? Like all of his music videos were sick. So he would do that now, and he would probably, you got to remember, he's got to do it in this generation with this technology, with this, that. If his back then was sick, imagine with all the new technology, with CGI.
What would be going on? Yeah.
It would be so cool.
Yeah,
so I think he would, my opinion is that if he was here, he would still do well because he would have all of the modern stuff that can help him too.
Yeah, I think the other thing is
as much as he's got the modern competition, if that's what you want to call it, he's also got the modern tools to help him with that.
Yeah, but also what I would say is there are like levels to artists, right? And I think you can be a musician. I think you could be a musician and you can be an artist. And I think artists genuinely, truly understand what it takes or what they need to do to connect with the community that they're looking for, or connect with the people that they want to reach. Whereas like people who are just musicians, like they are just churning out songs, they might just churn out a couple of singles. Yeah, like some artists just, they don't make albums anymore. They'll just churn out whatever it is to just get their popularity and get themselves up. That's fine. Or if that's just how you're feeling in the moment or whatever, fine, absolutely fine. But true artists, and Michael Jackson was and is a true artist, he would manage to cut through because that's just
his
whole mindset would just be so different to, for example, like half the competition. That's what I think.
The thing is, it did cause a big divide, and to be honest, I can see what Toby means. I can see that side as to the people who think that he wouldn't be as successful. But then I also see the side which you're saying that he could be. There's nothing saying he couldn't be that successful, which is really interesting.
So for some of the like smaller artists, for example, who might be the competition, one thing that I would say is like social media creates a lot of fickle fandoms, and I think the fickle fans will like hang around and then they like you for a bit and then you just disappear and then no one's bothered and they're just on to the next thing or whatever. And his fans were like cult following. That could be. So hold on, that's another. That could be a reason why he's not as big. What do you mean?
You feel saying that you're right because people, they love something and then they drop it and they're on to the next thing and then they drop it and they're on to the next thing. Whereas before you've got more, like I said, cult fans. So in this day and age, would he have those cult fans?
Yeah, but then the cult fans that exist now like ride out for their artists. Yeah, like imagine like Harry Styles, the Harry Styles fans, like the way that his tickets sold out, the way that tours and things they will sell out. Like the cult fandom still exist, and I think it's because people do still care about music.
Interesting. It is interesting. I think it's not. I think it's closer than what you're making out.
I don't think it is.
I think it is. I think there is definitely more. There is a bit of an argument there. I don't think it's clear cut. Anyway, sorry. This is also reminding me of another question. I've got another question for you.
Okay.
Who is the most famous person in the world right now?
The most famous person in the world right now? It's probably a footballer, isn't it?
Do you think?
It's probably like Ronaldo or David Beckham.
Not David Beckham.
I think.
Oh, I mean, I said no, not David Beckham too quickly. Then not Beckham's a good shout, but
yeah.
I don't think so. You're looking at
the most famous people. Like, you're talking about someone who will like span generations and ages of people that would know who they are.
See, because I would say
Beyonce.
I would say I'm not gonna. Ooh, not a bad shout.
Beyonce.
I think basically
Rihanna?
Oh God, no. I think the way you've got to look at it, I don't think Rihanna at all. I don't think.
But I'm just thinking, like,
the way you've got to look at it is, if you've got a football stadium, if you've got a stadium, right? Let's say you go to Coldplay Stadium.
Yeah.
When we went to Wembley, right? We lit Coldplay. You got 100,000 people in there. Who is someone that you are going to say to every single person in that stadium,
they would know who
it is, right? And if you think about it, Coldplay, there is quite a. I mean, there are more elderly than young, but like that's the kind of analogy.
Not elderly, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think, yeah.
So if you would say this name to 100,000 people randomly selected around the world, who are they all gonna know?
Yeah, I think it is David Beckham, or it's Beyonce.
I don't think it's Beckham. I think it's a footballer. It's going to be Ronaldo or Messi. Because then it's mad, because like if you go based on
fandom specifically, it's only because David Beckham is a brand.
If you go based on Ronaldo is a bigger brand.
No, Ronaldo is a bigger brand, but that's why I said Ronaldo first.
Yeah.
But that's why.
Because I would say, if you're looking at,
who do you think actually? Before you start explaining your way out of...
I don't. The thing is, I would have honestly said Michael Jackson. But obviously, Michael Jackson's no longer with us.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
Right? But I would also, again, another person who's passed away is the Queen. Everyone knows the Queen of England.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Queen of England would have been like guaranteed nailed on. But what I would say is, if you look at Ronaldo's got like, I think it's like he's got half a billion followers on Instagram. But then the thing is that if you are like in the middle of nowhere, are you gonna know about football?
That's the thing. Or if you're not interested in football and no one in your family is interested in football,
you're not gonna know.
And then let's just say that you're not consuming like loads of TV. And I mean,
Ronaldo's not really on TV like that.
And he never comes up on my YouTube either, on YouTube ads or like anything like that. Whereas I think, right now the Beckhams are in the spotlight, right, because of everything that's been going on. But just in general, that's the only reason why I said. Yeah,
Beckham. No.
But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. Who would you like? I think Beyonce is not a bad shout. But the thing is, I feel like when was the last? Beyonce went on tour not long ago, so she is kind of relevant.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year she went on tour and the tour was huge. I think the thing is, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. But also because we did this, didn't we? Because
someone tried to say.
You always think you know the answer, but like for example, we played that game, that top 100 game or whatever it is, and basically, guys, we played this game. Games nights.
I've seen this game. I saw it on YouTube first. And then basically I bought it into games night. We've done it twice, and basically it's like top 100. And what you would do is, for example, you get any topic and you get the top 100 of it. So for example, we've done all-time Spotify streams as one of them. There's a website actually that updates it quite frequently, so you have the top 100. And then what happens is I will say to whoever the teams are, I'll say, right, what are the top 100 songs streamed on Spotify? And they will name a song. Now, what it is, you get the amount of points based on what position that song is. So if you can get something that is 90 on the list, you get 90 points. But if you can get something that's the second on the list, you get 2 points. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find obscure answers because you want the most points, right? So if you give something obvious, like, I don't know, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran, that's going to be top 10. So you don't want that. You want those obscure answers.
But basically, guys, the idea is you want to get an obscure answer, but you also still need to get an answer in the top 100. When I played it, both times, I think when I played it with the girls and we've been on teams, guys,
the songs ones are hard.
The songs, you're picking a song which you're thinking, yes, everyone is going to know this song. And the thing is, I can't even think of a song now that we've picked, but we've picked songs which I would think, 100% a banger, and it will be in the top 100, and then it's just not there.
No, I know one thing that you guys did do a lot was pick old songs. So you lot were like Beyonce's not on that top 100. She's not in the top.
Which is crazy.
Beyonce's not in the top 100 on that.
Yeah.
None of her songs were in the top 100. I'm pretty sure. And then I think you.
But then I think then we'd be picking like Billie Eilish or Olivia Rodrigo song, and then it would be like top 10. And then obviously then you score low then because you've picked something that's so high.
I think Olivia Rodrigo was like 80s. But none of you lot said it. It was afterwards I said, what? None of you said Olivia
then we said,
Rodrigo.
yeah. But yeah, so I think like it's really interesting because also I think like we just live in our bubbles. You think you have an idea of what people might know, and then
I'm trying to think.
And then you speak to someone about it and they're just like, what are you talking about?
I'm trying to think.
Who are you talking
honestly,
about?
like, yeah, it is. It's really because the other thing is, it's like Speed, right? I Show Speed.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting millions and millions of people on his streams. I'm saying millions. I don't know how many views, but
yeah,
obviously he's like massive in the social media creator space, right? And I can remember some people, they were at an event and I saw a TikTok of it and they were talking about like who's the most famous person in the world currently, and that person said, "Oh, like, do you reckon I Show Speed? Like, do you reckon that's a good shout? Like, not saying it is, but do you think it was?" And then guess what the guy did? Because they're at this event and he just tapped someone on the shoulder and he goes, "Do you know who I Show Speed is?" And he was like, "I Show what?" And he goes, "I Show Speed. You know who he is?" And then he was like, "No." And then he was like, "It's okay, carry on." And then he turned around. And then he's like, but then he goes, "But you see, when Michael Jackson was alive," I guarantee.
Everyone
and he actually used, so you know how I said the stadium? Mm-hmm. He actually used the Super Bowl. So he goes, I guarantee in Super Bowl 99 or whatever, you could go to every single person and they would know who Michael Jackson is.
Mm. Yeah, like I think it's just so interesting because I think like even, like Speed is, if we weren't married, I don't think I'd know who he was.
But you wouldn't know who the sidemen were if we weren't married.
Yeah.
You didn't know who they were before me.
No, but I think it's just because if you don't watch that kind of content, also I don't really watch YouTube like that in general.
Yeah.
But I just think, like if you're not in that bubble of content, like I might follow someone or think someone is like incredible and amazing. I've even like, I don't know, there's even artists who I've thought are huge. But yeah, like I'll be watching something on YouTube or watching, I don't know, Chincy and Sophia's vlogs, and then I'm just thinking, oh my God, everyone must know who they are. And even I've talked about them at work, I think even with my colleagues, and people don't know who they are. And I'm like, guys, how don't you know?
I know, but I would say, look.
I mean, look, then I get it. Then
Chins and Sophia are like massive.
They're not as big as I Show Speed, and I get
No. I'm not. No. Sophia and Chins are huge, right? But they're very much huge in their own.
But again, that's
section.
what I mean. I think everyone just we do live in our bubbles. I do also think like just in general, celebrity fandom is just not like what it was.
But also maybe it's like there's like
people are not known because
celebs,
the space is so
and then
like
there's mainstream,
diluted.
And then isn't it people? There's mainstream, who's big in mainstream media, and then there's stuff like that. Like there's almost different lanes now.
Yeah. If that makes sense. 100%. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. I just find it so interesting. But it's fun. I think it's what keeps life fun. As long as you're,
But then sorry, just thought of another thing, right? So then these people that do crossover stuff, they must like blow even bigger and bigger and bigger.
What in terms of people who are like artists?
Like for example, like George Clark is a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
And now he's just done Strictly, and he was absolutely adored on Strictly. And he came, I think, second place. He came, but obviously that crossover would have done bits for him.
Oh yeah, 100%, and it'll just be like a completely new audience. But I think it's just the same as, I guess it's the same as, I don't know, people who sing and then they go into acting. Like they then become someone, I don't know, they're in a really cool movie that you like absolutely love.
It's so interesting because I can't put a finger on, I would say, nailed on, this is the most famous person in the world.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Hannah Montana? Maybe.
Maybe.
She's making a comeback, so
maybe that I thought they were going to do like a
it.
proper episode or something like that, but it's one of those stupid tours where they just go around the set and reminisce.
Oh, is it? I didn't actually know what it was.
I thought they were doing like I thought it was
going to be another movie.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a movie / episode or whatever, but I've seen like some adverts for it, and it is literally one of those. Just I can't be bothered with. No one cares about that. Like even like whenever they do these reunions where they're going around the set, I don't care. Like I want to see.
Act it out.
I want to see the actual stuff,
Put that
man.
wig on.
Yeah.
Then will you wear wigs?
Oh my god, crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's see. There's a bit of time until it comes out. Okay, guys. So actually, I have a bit of a funny story to tell. I was really excited earlier in the
Sorry,
week.
hold on. I was also really excited.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm glad you were. Basically, guys, I found this like incredible coffee shop. This I saw on TikTok. This guy had posted this incredible coffee shop in Paddo in Paddington, and Paddington's like not that far from us. And I thought, perfect. After Ramadan, we can find this spot. It can be a new spot. It can do a new meat spot. Anyway. I obviously sent it to Hassan thinking, add it to your list, whatever. Anyway, guys, I even added it to my notes list. And then Hassan looked it up.
So today I'm on TikTok. I thought, let me see what the old wife has sent me on my TikTok. Let me see what videos she sent. And I'm scrolling through and I see this cafe. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. This place looks so nice. It looks like just everything we would enjoy in a cafe. So we were like, I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, Paddington, wow. And then I was like,
wow.
I was like, where is this place? Like, I want to know where this is. So I'm searching up. Nothing's coming up, right? And then I'm like, and obviously I'm yelling from one room to the other. Where's that place you sent on TikTok? I don't think it even exists. I was
trying to have my peaceful lunch break.
I'm not going to lie. I was almost like, I was ready to crash out because I was thinking, is this like another thing where the person's put the wrong name or something?
Or it's the wrong area.
Yeah, like whatever. I was ready to like crash out. And then I'm like, where is it? And then I've come in and I've sat down and I'm like, oh God, that's so bizarre. Why is that not showing up? And then I was like, let me have a look again. Went on Google Maps, typed in the name. And then I'm like, am I even spelling it right? Looking at it, it's spelled right, da-da-da. And then I see it. Paddington, Melbourne, Australia.
Guys.
Oh, honestly,
guys,
we were so...
really incredible spot in Paddington, halfway across the other side of the world.
We were so dejected.
Why did I not...
No, you wouldn't, because it doesn't say... It doesn't have hashtag Oz. It doesn't have hashtag... It doesn't have that. It's all Paddington.
Yeah.
That's probably why for us it came up, because we're not far from Paddington.
Yeah, I'm sorry, hilarious. I mean, shout out to that girl because, whenever we make it to Oz, Melbourne, the best city to live in right now, apparently in the world.
Yeah, apparently it's been rated the #1 place.
Maybe that coffee shop's
in the world
contributed to that rating.
Oh, it probably has. Yeah. It probably has for sure.
But yeah, absolutely hilarious. And guys, it wasn't even a case of Ramadan brain. It literally just I don't even...
Everything about it, because I think the only thing that maybe...
It gave me like Abuelo vibes, like kind of like...
No. I think the only thing that maybe gave it away is Paddo. No one here calls Paddington Paddo.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? But it's one of
maybe
those you would think that's a hindsight kind of thing, right? That's a hindsight thing.
Yeah.
Because I've not heard anyone call it Paddo, and when you think about it, Paddo does sound a bit Oz, but...
Paddo. But yeah... Tragic.
So tragic.
Tragic times.
So tragic.
I mean, we've got a coffee shop for when we make it to Oz. But yeah, honestly, that was hilarious.
Speaking of Australia, when are we moving? Because I don't know what it is about Australia, but everything in Australia just looks fun. It just looks fun.
Everyone says
I don't know.
Maybe we're going through our canon event now. There actually was there is like a stage in your life, isn't it, where like for us it was like loads of people that would finish uni and then they'd go traveling, they'd go to Oz for like 3 years. There definitely was that phase like where I had a lot of friends who were going and just going, staying there, getting a work visa, going there, and then they were just there. But Yeah, a couple.
I mean, we know friends. None of some of our friends. Yeah.
They've got a cool running scene. They've got a cool coffee scene. Apparently, the coffee scene in Oz is really
It's
good.
elite.
Really good. So
the thing is, I don't know. Like, I mean, look, we're saying that, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving London.
Yeah,
I'm loving London right now. I'm loving everything. Like, we've got our running clubs. We've got, you know, my chess club. We've got...
Also, the weather's getting better, guys.
The weather is... Oh, my God. The weather is getting better and you just feel like...
We had a bit of a glimpse of London summer because it was, you know, it was like sunny and it was nice. And it was
sunny today and it was nice today.
Yeah, it's just so nice. It does make such a difference. I hate talking about the weather so much because it's so British, but it does make such a difference. You just feel better.
No,
you just feel better. Your cells are getting revitalized. You don't look shriveled and dried up and tired, and you don't have the winter uglies anymore. You can shake them off and live your life.
Yeah.
And be beautiful.
It's no. Like I said, I like, you know, we're very lucky.
You don't have to romanticize your life because it is romantic.
Yeah, exactly.
The sun's out.
You're cracking me up.
But yeah, there's so much stuff, and also like I think
we've got look. What I was gonna say is, look, we've actually got so much going on. We're so lucky. We're so blessed. Like, we do actually live like such a sick life. But I don't know what it is. Oz just seems like it's like
calling.
It's just like another like.
Oz is calling.
I don't know, because I mean, I guess New York was sick as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what the problem is?
I'll tell you one thing though.
It's gonna take one.
I could not live in New York with that level of snow. I'm all right. I'm hearing it took people weeks to get their cars.
People doing winter treks. It's not even that. It's just you're up to your ankles or halfway up your, you know, calves, shins in them, and just trying to get to work. Crazy. Crazy. But it's died down though. It's gone. It's all gone. No, I feel like they had like a really...
I'll be honest, I think they
had a really bad like 3 weeks.
I think there's still like remnants around.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any New York TikToks recently, but yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, New York. But the thing is, I think like London is so special. It's so sick. There's something, but there was something about New York. There was something about New York which you just can't put your finger on.
Yeah.
But then I feel like in Australia, I feel like when we go, there's something about Australia.
We're gonna have that same pull. I think. Do you know there are just some places you go to? A lot of people get it with New York, for example, right? But I think so. One of our friends has gone to Stockholm this week for work, and we were talking about Stockholm to her. But we spoke about this on the pod actually when we came back from Stockholm, and we said like. We came back from Stockholm and I actually really wanted to move there. I think when people were asking me how I felt, I said, yeah, I want to move there.
No, we did.
I think even trying to explain what it was that made me feel that pull, I couldn't even put it into words.
I think it was. I just think it was genuinely. New York,
you can actually talk about New York and say like, yeah, it's the buzz, it's the people, it's, you know, it's New York, but I think there are just some places you just feel that pull.
I don't know if I mentioned it when we spoke about going to New York now for the marathon. I don't know if we spoke about it, but one thing like I was nervous about like going out was that I seen a lot of TikToks which was like, yeah, New York's not like that friendly place anymore.
Oh, really?
It definitely is.
No, yeah, I didn't think that at all.
Like when, like in a sense where like, you know, when I went to New York, like in 2018 or 2017 or whenever I went, that was like you would walk down the street, people are chatting to you, it's vibes, it's all of this, it's just great energy, right? And that's what was really cool. But this time I was like, I wonder if it's going to be like the same, because obviously a lot of people were saying people aren't as friendly, and then in my head I was like, maybe it's just turned into a bit more like London. But I was wrong. Everyone there's vibing. Everyone there's so chatty, friendly. That was it. But I think for us, when we went to Stockholm, the thing that was like stood out is that it was like -5 and everyone's happy. And that's all we could think, because we were just going around and we were like, everyone here is so happy, and it's cold, but it doesn't even matter.
It was cold, but it was just calm and it was chill and it was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people actually also say Stockholm in the spring, summer. Stockholm and Copenhagen both, like in the spring, summer is amazing. So I'd be interested in going back to see what it's like there. But yeah, I definitely felt such a pull. And I
had more of a pull to Stockholm than Copenhagen though.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a pull to Copenhagen at all. But I was just saying, just in general, in the summer, people talk about it being an amazing place to be. But yeah, I don't know, interesting. It's just I kind of love that though. I love how you know, I love having those sensations which will pull you somewhere or to something. Like whether it's a hobby, you usually get it with people, right? Because some people will have really magnetic energy. But yeah, having a pull to a place and not really being able to put your finger on exactly what it is. Usually it is because in Stockholm we had a great time. We have some really funny, like really fun memories there. But I don't even think that's what it is. But I love it when it feels like a place is calling to you.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's so nice.
But the thing is, I think upon reflection, if I were to move, I wouldn't
last a winter.
I don't know. I don't think Stockholm would be top 5.
No, I don't think it would be.
In terms
either.
of relocation, I don't think it would.
Not to relocate. But I think we'd said like 6 months. We'd do like a move for like 6 months or something.
Yeah, but I don't think I would do that now.
But it would have to be like, yeah, guys, I couldn't do it in the winter because it was cold.
No, but I don't think I would do that now, to be honest. Because I think there's other places I'd rather do. Do that.
Yeah,
it's
not a top 5.
Because I'm like looking at, okay, what is your top 5? Like you're gonna go and do 6 months there.
I think it'll be New York.
Okay, is that 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Singapore.
Is that 2?
Yeah, I think Singapore's my 2nd. I actually think potentially Bali might be my 3rd.
Come on, be realistic.
Yeah.
What, as in like just a nomad, digital nomad?
Yeah, Bali or Thailand or somewhere like that where every day you wake up and you're just like, wow, incredible. Then Sydney. Maybe Sydney 3rd. And then...
So, hold on. So you're saying New York, Singapore, Sydney,
yeah.
Then
I think Bali or Thailand.
Bali.
That genre basically of place,
right,
paradisey place.
Okay, cool.
And then the last one, don't know, it might be Paris.
Okay.
It might be Paris. I think I think basically...
The thing is, okay, so
can I give you my reasoning? I think for me, a place needs to have... Oh, it might be Canada, actually.
A place needs to have what?
Basically, a place needs to have like something like inspiring, incredible, or like otherworldly about it for me to think.
So what's inspiring about Sydney? And what's inspiring about Singapore? I'm curious. I'm just trying to... I'm not shooting down your ideas, by the way.
I mean like inspiring, incredible, or like otherworldly. I guess like, or something you can soak up. I think for me, for me, Singapore would be like something you can soak up. You've got the food. You're close to the water. You're so connected to other places, so you could easily fly other places. I think that's why for me Singapore would be it, because I think, and also we really liked it because it was safe. So that's Singapore for me. But I think Sydney is just seems like such a cool place.
Okay.
It would be places where you can
if
soak up from other people. You can wake up, you can go for a run. You're on the beach. You know.
If I were to do my top 5, it would be Sydney as number 1.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be the closest to home.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right. In terms of, I know there's a big running community out there. Mm-hmm. I know, like, I think the vibe, everything like that. So Sydney would be 1. New York would be 2.
Mm-hmm.
Japan would be 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Tokyo would be sick.
Okay.
And then I'd put Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would put Paris, I think.
Interesting.
Or like a European city. I'm not saying it could be a Madrid, it could be a Milan.
Oh yeah, it could be Milan.
It could be
for me.
Or maybe not Milan. Maybe
I think for you it would be Madrid. I know you haven't been to Madrid, but I think for you it would be Madrid.
Barcelona was quite cool. Because you're talking 6 months, so it'd be a European city. Definitely wouldn't be. I'm trying to think of the European places I've been to.
Not Vienna, not Copenhagen, not Dublin, not Stockholm.
Not Vienna, definitely not Copenhagen, not Stockholm, not Dublin. Yeah,
those are other places.
Paris could work.
Paris would just be such a good, and Paris has a cool running scene.
Yeah.
Paris is just.
Paris could work. Paris could work for sure. But the thing is, it's so
many croissants.
Also, the food's good. Food would be good.
Yeah, music scene's good. Art scene's amazing.
I like the music scene. Yeah, the music scene in Paris is.
And again,
really
like really well connected. I also think, like for me, I think Paris is such a big like fashion hub. So I think Paris would be incredible. But then in that sense, potentially, Milan would also be amazing. And Milan could go and live in Milan, and then you'd be right by Lake Como.
Yeah, to be fair.
Be stunning.
So yeah, so that's what I mean. So like, because I wouldn't do. The thing is with Singapore, the only thing I'd be worried about is rainy season.
Oh,
and how long, like, is it just...
And how long it takes. Yeah, potentially.
It'd be interesting. Like, but yeah, it is cool. Like, there are, like, some really cool places around the world to go and live. It would be really fun to, like, just explore that.
Yeah, why not, honestly? If you've got the time and, if you've got the
You heard it here first, guys.
Why not? World
the
tour.
Summer Lovin' World Tour. We're going
on tour.
We're going on tour 6 months at all these locations. We'll tell you the best. We'll go and review it, and then we'll tell you the best places to live and why.
Yeah. Or actually, if anyone's lived in any of those places, shout out. Let us know like how it is, how it was, or what the vibe is. Yeah.
The thing is, I only know people that have lived in Australia.
Well, we're gonna know someone who's lived in New York now because one of our friends is moving to New York. Actually, I know someone who's living in Paris right now, and she's loving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's loving it. If we wanted to know anything about Madrid, our friends live in Madrid.
Yes.
So.
Okay, yeah. So we've got friends in Madrid.
I don't know anyone who's lived in Milan.
Or Italy.
In
general.
Italy at all.
Because Rome's quite cool as well.
Yeah, I guess. I think Rome would be very like Eat, Pray, Love kind of vibe. I know you haven't seen the film, but Eat, Pray, Love is like very... Julia Roberts goes and she lives in Italy, and then like... I don't know, she changes her whole life, but obviously, very like becomes a local kind of vibe. It's not like going there specifically to like, I don't know, be able to jet off anywhere. It's literally like, I'm going to live there. Kind of like in Love Actually when Colin Firth is, when he's out in that village. In that French village. Yeah.
Isn't it? No, Portuguese, isn't it?
And he's out. Yeah. He's just out there to write his book, but he's just.
I don't know. I don't think Rome. I don't think Milan could work. I wouldn't put Milan. Milan is just too busy, man. The center of Milan is too busy. No.
Tourist season would be crazy. But then, to be fair, tourist season in any.
No, but I'm sorry,
any
Milan.
European city.
A busy Milan is not like a busy London, man. It's different gravy. It's crazy. Really? You can't move.
Yeah, London at Christmas, you can't move.
No, but
once they
pedestrianise Oxford Street, you're not gonna have an issue.
Do you think?
100%.
Okay, well let's see.
Because the thing is, you can't, because there's not gonna be more people there.
Yeah, they'll just be more spread out. Yeah, maybe.
It's gonna be the same amount of people. There's just gonna be more space.
Maybe, yeah.
Half the people walk on the roads anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't think it's gonna be. I think that's gonna be beautiful.
That'll be an interesting time.
Yeah, it is. I think they'll do more stuff down there though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think they'll do more bits and bobs.
Yeah.
They might even. I wonder if they'll put like Christmas market stalls.
No.
You could do that.
Yeah, but do you not think they're going to pedestrianise it? But will people be able to cycle down there?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? It's going to be fully pedestrianised.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I mean, it could be. I'm not. Don't listen. Don't hold me to it. I don't know, but I wouldn't. That would be really dangerous. Because unless you're putting barriers up for the cycle lanes.
Yeah.
You couldn't have cyclists going down there with pedestrians just walking all over.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
All over, forward, back. Because think about it. Right now, even on a pavement,
well,
you have
because it just
a stream of people going one way, a stream of people going the other way, right? On the pavements I'm talking about. But then if you've got the whole thing is pedestrian, people will be walking up and down in any direction. And then to have a bike cutting through there, that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting. But yeah, no, I think Milan couldn't because it's way too busy, but yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's interesting to look at this kind of stuff.
I think it's cool. It keeps. I think definitely people that have lived abroad have, you just get a completely different life experience. It's just, it's so cool.
It's one to do for sure.
The possibilities are endless. The world's our oyster.
So to wrap up our episode, I thought we could talk briefly on a show we've been watching.
Yeah.
We have been watching, what is it? Getting to know Gordon? Gordon's Life? What is it?
Basically,
Gordon Ramsay's show, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, I think you better look it up.
Look.
While Hassan's having a look, we actually haven't really been watching that much TV, obviously because it's been Ramadan, but actually just before Ramadan started, we watched Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, and 3. And I hadn't watched any of them. And guys, I thoroughly enjoyed them. Like, honestly.
We need to watch number 4.
I know, but Hassan's seen all of them apart from 4. So now I'm all caught up and I know exactly what's going on. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting to love them as much as I did. And yeah, they're 10/10. Really enjoyed them. So yeah, to all the Kung Fu Panda fans out there, I've joined the fandom because I really enjoyed it. What's it called?
Being Gordon Ramsay.
Right, okay.
Being Gordon Ramsay. So basically, essentially, it's like a documentary about himself. Gives you an insight into his life, into the various, he's obviously works on so many different projects, so many different things. So they kind of cover that, but then they're also talking about the opening of his new restaurant, which is Bishopsgate, and it's basically a huge tower in central London, and at the top he's obviously leased the top of this building, and he is opening 5 restaurants there. So Lucky Cat, which is his kind of like fine dining sort of like Pan-Asian sort of experience. He's got a few of them, I think, around the world. But yeah, he's opening one of that. Then he's opening a restaurant, Gordon Ramsay, up there as well. Another branch of his Bread Street kitchen is going up there. He's got an academy there, and then he's opening a terrace. I think it's all open now, but this is like the run up to
it was documenting it opening literally from the point at which he'd got the building or got the lease, obviously, and it's completely bare. There's nothing in there, doing all of the construction, and then in amongst like all the other stuff that he was doing, I think he was like working on the menu for the F1 that year. So he was doing F1. It was
like called F1 Gordon Ramsay. Like I don't know if they never really said whether they actually cemented that contract, but basically it was something that he was trying to get. And it was like really, really like big, but obviously he was working on that. But then it's just really cool because like you've seen like an insight to his family. Like his daughter recently got married, but during that time she was getting engaged, so they're giving you an insight to that, insight to his wife and how their life looks, basically.
I think how their life looks, and also how they got together, what their relationship's like. I'll be so honest, Gordon Ramsay's not someone that I would look into or try and Google to find out anything about his life. Obviously we know him as so iconic, guys. Honestly, I
have a question now.
We watched 2 episodes of this. First of all, it's really well shot, incredible, and so interesting. But you get to see like such a soft side to him, because obviously you see him as a dad, and he has 2 very young kids as well, actually, at the moment, 2 really young kids. And then I think we watched 2 episodes, and then one night then we were also just watching all the compilations of when he's been on Hell's Kitchen,
yelling
and
at
he's
people.
just lost it. And I'm sorry, that is actually so peak.
It's raw.
It's raw. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah.
You.
Honestly.
No, honestly.
Get out.
He's so funny.
Get out. Literally, I'm sorry.
No, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The one that also like cracks me up is not even this. The guy where he's chasing the guy for the jacket. He's chasing him. He's like left the kitchen, gone, and he's like.
He wants those chef's wives.
He wants that off him.
He wants him to take those chefs, and he even says to him before he leaves the restaurant, take the jacket off, and then he doesn't. He doesn't take it off, and Gordon's just like chasing him. I'm sorry, if you need a laugh, guys, that was actually his compilations
of like his funny crash outs.
Actually, it is.
But what I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt. I want to talk about something here.
Back to serious.
I want to talk about something. So obviously, I would 100% recommend the show. Really, really good. But I want to talk about something similar, but something else.
Okay.
So Gordon Ramsay in the show, obviously because of his work, he goes away for 6 weeks, right? He's in America for 6 weeks working, and he's working.
Yeah.
Right? Now, there was an influencer, I'm not going to name names, who came out and went viral. And what she said was how running creators that have kids that go away to do races and do all of these big long projects are really cringe and they're bad fathers, and that they should just be at home and look after their kids rather than chasing all of this stuff. What do you think about that? I'm curious, because I think at the time, I think when I heard this go viral, when I heard what was said and stuff, at the time I did think, yeah, I can kind of understand it. But then obviously seeing this now, he's away for 6 weeks, but he is working. Mm-hmm. And if you are a running creator, does that not constitute as work? So if you are going away, realistically, and also I was thinking, if you go away for a race, you're going away for a week or a weekend. You're not going away for that long.
Yeah, I think it depends on, do you know what I would say? I think it depends on period of time. And I think it depends on, what are you getting out of it? Because you're talking about, come on, you can't be using Gordon Ramsay as
No, I'm not
Gordon
saying
Ramsay is a global brand.
Yeah, but hold on.
Hundreds of restaurants. No, let me just finish. So I think, but he also said he's never missed the birth of his child. And
yes, he was so relieved.
He said thank God. But obviously, and you know, one thing that I do think is, if you would be missing big moments, like for example, if you're, I don't know, we're talking about running creators that are guys predominantly, but if your other half has just had a baby, and let's say then your race
we're not talking about missing. We're not talking about missing.
No, not talking about missing birth, but let's say it's after 2 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe it's any time in that first 6 months. And actually, you've got to go and do a race, but then let's say it's in Tokyo or it's in Sydney, and actually, you're only really going to be there for a week, or maybe the brand has flown you out there, and then, then you're getting involved in other things. So let's say you end up being away for 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not really sure about whether that's the right thing. I don't think it makes you a bad parent. I think also just branding.
Well, no, that was the statement.
I think branding people as bad parents is a really damaging thing to do, because everyone just does things differently, and honestly, I just don't think you should pass judgment like that. I think but I also think, no shade, but if you've got 700 followers and you're just going out there to go and create content, and a brand hasn't flown you out and you're not getting paid, but you're going out there to go and do your race or whatever, incredible, really exciting.
It wasn't the thing is, firstly, but
let's say you branded yourself as a running creator, but you're going out there to make content. Let's say, hypothetically as well, you go out and you run the Tokyo Marathon.
Yeah.
And your content does blow. And let's say then based off of that, then you get loads of deals. But at the time that you're going, and let's say you're away a lot.
You're making this too stipulation based. The person who said it was definitely talking about people who are established creators. If you're an established creator, you are going and you're getting paid at these places.
Well then, I think she's wrong.
So that's what I mean.
I think she's wrong, but I think it also depends, because if you're talking about these crazy projects, right, that people do where they're running for 30 days, or they're running the length of a country, or they're running across Europe, or doing something like that. Yeah, but I think it all depends. I think it depends. I think
for example, I think it does depend, because look, for example, we know obviously Sweets ran the length of Jamaica. That was 4 days. We know people who've run across Cyprus, couple days. We've seen people do these big projects.
Yeah,
they're a couple days, right?
So I think
I don't. But the thing is,
also it's your job.
Yeah, technically at that point it is. If you're getting paid off it,
I think if you're getting paid. But also I just don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was wild. But the only reason why it's just popped into my head now is because obviously the Gordon Ramsay thing, and he was away for 6 weeks, and it's really it shows a lot of that, because he comes home and obviously his son is so eager to see him, and it's really sweet.
Yeah, I think it's really sweet. I think as well. But then his wife, Tana, does say it's hard.
Yeah, no, of course.
But then, she even said in the early days, when obviously he was working really hard and he was not as big as he is now, and he was working in restaurants and he even said long hours and, really demanding time. And it was a time when he couldn't turn away. Whereas I guess now, if he really wanted to come back early from a trip, maybe he could just say I want to fly back 3-4 days early. He doesn't. Yeah. But I think he could do it. But I think I think it's really cool, because I think one thing that I would say is definitely with hustle culture and culture in general.
I think times have changed though. I think for Gordon, in his era of when he was growing up, I think it was more maybe acceptable for him to be working ages and being gone away for like long periods of time. And obviously because that's become the norm within their family, that's why he can still do it now.
Yeah.
However, whereas I think nowadays it's not, I don't think it's as widely accepted. I don't think it would be accepted if a dad was in any sort of industry or any sort of capacity of work was to have to, if they had to go away and work for a month, or if they had to go away and work for 2 months. I just don't think it's as widely as accepted.
I don't know if it's, I don't think it's necessarily widely accepted. I think part of it just does depend on the rank of the job, because I guess for him, he was a chef. Whereas
I'm not talking about fame. I'm not talking about fame. I'm not talking about fame.
Yeah. I'm talking about the actual job. Like, you know, if it's, I think the thing is, like, for example, you could be a construction worker, for example, and you could be on contract and you actually live in London, but then you're working in Liverpool. And let's say there is a job, you're there for a month. Actually, it's not really productive or helpful for you to go back and forward over the weekend. So so then you're in Liverpool for a month and you're away from your family. I think some families just adapt. I think the other thing is... do you know what it is? But hang on. What I would say as a creator, one thing that I would say as a creator, and one thing that people bang on about with being, with being creators,
you can do it from anywhere.
It's not that. It's just the flexibility of it.
No, listen, creator is different. We're not talking about creator, because the thing is, yes, a creator, you are flexible. You are in charge of your diary. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, right? That's a given, right? It's only unless there's certain events taking place that you have to be at.
There. Yeah,
but then the thing is you can, when you get to a certain stage, you can just turn down jobs. You don't have to go to every single event, right? But what I would say is that basically, I think when I'm saying it's not widely accepted, I think if you had a job and this job was telling you, oh yeah, you're going to have to do X amount of travel, you'll be away at this time. I don't think people will do it. I think people would say no.
Oh, you mean it's not what I thought you meant? It's not widely accepted in society. I'm not talking about that. I'm thinking it's a combination. I think A, people won't do it, right? And also B, I think in like couples and stuff like that, I don't think it is. I don't think people would be down. It's not that. I just don't think it's ever the preferred option. I think also now society has changed, like traditional.
That's both sides. I don't think guys would want their wife to be going away and working for things, and I think girls wouldn't want their husbands and stuff to be working away. But I think back in the day, I think it was just you work because you work, and wherever work takes you, you go, and you just got to firm it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'll say this lightly, because I do think like there's a bit of a mix of what's going on right now trend wise, like in society, and people are trying to really shift back towards being really traditional male and female roles. So that's that. But in general, people are just, I think it's because like you can see like around you, your peers can have very flexible time and they can do that. So why would your employer not be able to offer it to you? And 9 times out of 10 they can offer it.
No, it's an interesting one.
They just don't want to, or they would prefer not to. But I think in general,
no, it's interesting for sure. But we will leave you with that nugget.
Yeah, interesting.
We've had a great time chatting today, and it's nice. Sometimes I really enjoy coming on here, because I feel like we talk and we just have like a little yap, and it's just like kind of like almost therapeutic, and it's kind of relaxing, and I enjoy that. Yeah. But guys, if you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Leave us a thumbs up, leave us a comment,
chat in the comments, share the pod.
Yes, share the pod, tell a friend, and we will see you very soon.
Yeah, guys, enjoy your week, do more of what you love, tell people you love them, have a good time. Yeah.
That is honestly, enjoy. Like, do something this week which is fun, right? Something you enjoy. I want you to do it this week,
whatever it is.
Yes, definitely.
At home, with your mates.
Whatever.
On your own,
even if it's by yourself. Don't wait for people to go and do fun stuff. Go and do fun stuff, even if you have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.